The beach pirates. Our experience. A stunning landscape of white sandy shores against the sprawling blue ocean welcomed us to Pirates Beach. I have often thought of paintings of beaches as vivid hyperboles of the artist's imagination, or pictures in travel magazines as brilliant marketing strategies to promote travel destinations. However, experiencing the aesthetics firsthand was beyond description. The feel of the fine sand on the soles of my feet was heavenly. The blue haze of the ocean was quite an eye feast. The waves dancing in harmony were sensually serene. Yet this doesn't even describe the half of it. You couldn't just resist the allure. Pirates Beach is one of the many beaches in Mombasa. It was our second stop on our itinerary on the second day of our school trip. And as it turned out, the experience was nothing short of our expectations. We arrived at Pirates around 2 o'clock and found an open-air hotel just around the beach, where my field trip group was served with fish stew cooked in coconut milk. After our meals, we couldn't hold back any longer, as the sound of the waves seemed to be calling us to take a dip in the ocean. Armed with our just bought swimming costumes, we found a place to change and with a bated breath plunged into the ocean. The beach visit was definitely the highlight of the entire trip for me. It wasn't just the thrill of swimming in the ocean for the first time, but the ambience as well. Being sentimental, the tranquility of the scenery was just overwhelming. Not to mention, it looked like a scene out of a movie shot in Hawaii. And basically, beach destinations are arguably at the top on the wish list of any traveler dying to quench their wanderlust. There is a common mantra among the people of Mombasa that a visit to the coast without swimming in the ocean is only half the visit. I wasn't about to become the person about whom this mantra is told. I had to swim. Against our better judgment, my friend Kamau and I decided to engage the services of a young man who said he could teach us to swim. Well, having only swum in River Gucha as a young lad, I wasn't going to take any chances with the endless ocean. With Captain Morgan, our swimming instructor, leading and each of us carrying a floater, we were ready to brace the ocean. I have 15 years experience swimming in these waters. Captain Morgan was quick to say, perhaps to assuage our fears. True to his word, he was an expert swimmer. The only thing he might have been better at was telling stories. Now, Captain Morgan was an adroit swimmer and trainer to boot. In under 2 hours, he had taught us the different strokes in swimming. The backstroke was rather difficult, but I mastered quite fast the freestyle stroke and side stroke. Kamau was a slow learner, but Captain Morgan wasn't giving up on him yet. Eventually, he caught up, and although I turned out better than him, I believe he wouldn't easily drown in shallow waters. Amid our swimming lessons, we took a break and enjoyed full body scrubbing with the fine sands of the beach. These sands are medicinal and are known to remove scabs, rashes and even heal skin conditions, Captain Morgan told us as he did the scrubbing. After the thorough scrubbing, which gave us a taste of spa, it was back to the ocean for take 2. We didn't realize how fast time had passed. It was almost 7 p.m. When we got out of the ocean, it was time to call it a day. As we were changing, Captain Morgan handed us the price list for his services. He was charging 4,000 Kenya shillings per person per hour, and he trained us for over 2 hours. I had only 1,000 shillings in my pocket, and as I racked my mind for people I could call to get me out of the quandary, Kamau exploited his negotiation skills. Well, he's from a community in Kenya known for their refined negotiation skills. We ended up paying 1,200 Kenya shillings, which, as we found out later from friends, was way above the standard charges of 300 shillings per hour. Captain Morgan was not only an apt trainer, but also a very shrewd con. We learned two lessons that day. First, to swim, and second, to always ask the charges before engaging any service. Anyway, the experience was altogether amazing. Written by Calvin Rock, voiced by John Gathuru.